Hello, everybody. Hey there. My name is Bray Bear. Welcome to Sprints with Friends. We have Avengers things happening. For those who aren't aware, we have a boss battle. That's the word. We have a boss battle for Loki that's going on right now, and my dog just did something. Oh, it's fine. It's safe. It's safe. She just stepped her foot into her bowl. Oh, now she's eating something. Why is she being difficult right now?
I'm in charge now. I am the captain now. All right. Welcome to these sprints. On these sprints, we will be bullying you all into reading points to save Loki.
Yes.
I think I might actually read this one.
Good. Hey, look at that. I'm like 94% of the way through an ebook right now, so I'm like,
ready to go.
Yeah, perfect timing to start. Yeah.
I have not yet started anything for the battle because I was keeping tiny children alive. So
that's fair.
Me too.
That's fair. You guys have a great excuse.
So I haven't started reading yet, so I'm ready to do some reading because this prompt idea was inspired by the fact that I buy ebooks and audiobooks, but then I don't ever pick them up. I always pick up my physical books. I forget about reading digitally. Oh,
yeah, same.
Yay!
Hi, I'm sorry.
Wahoo! We're all here.
If I don't get outside for at least a few minutes every day, I turn into a very sad, depressed person.
I showed up here before you, Margaret.
What a flex. That is impressive.
Usually I'm late.
That was good.
I was giving you the chance to shine, Thor.
Okay, so have you gotten to do any reading, Margaret, for the Nexus event?
Sorry, it's actually margarine.
I can only eat margarine. There's a whole song about I can only eat margarine. It's a spoof of I Can Only Imagine. It's quite amazing. I'll send it to you.
It is true. For most of my life, no one used my full name. Like that didn't happen until I got into like work and booktube.
Yeah.
So, and school.
I can't imagine calling you Marg. It sits weird on my throat.
Or Maggie.
I was never allowed to be called that one. That was a mom thing. I don't hate Maggie, but that was my mom thing because it was her mom's name for me. Mom died when I was 6.
Right. So just kind of hard for her to hear.
Yeah.
It was kind of a situation like with Mags where her mother was the only person who was allowed to call me that.
Right.
Yeah. Who's gonna say no to your mom?
I've lost the name that had terrible nickname potential. I got rid of it. But my mom always said that nobody was allowed to call me Chrissy because Chrissy sounds dumb. Which is she wonders why I'm the way I am as a person when she would say things.
That's an insult to my Christmas tree.
No, but also let's pretend that my gender identity had not been the way it was and that I had been allowed to be called Chrissy, and then it was 2022, the year of our Lord, and Stranger Things had come out, and I would have been like, Chrissy, wake up! I don't like this. But I had it all.
Hi, Brianna.
Hello.
How's your day been? Have you survived? Are you alive? I mean, I'm assuming you are because you said hello, but like
you could die in the last 30 seconds.
I mean, we don't know. We cannot actually see Brianna.
Oh, I bet that's Derek trolling us.
Is your heart alive and not just your thumbs that are?
I don't think the name Christy sounds dumb. My mom said that. Like my mom was just like, no, Christy and Christy are like dumb cheerleader names. And then she wondered why I was such a bitch growing up. She's like, oh, when did I raise you to be so snobby and arrogant? I'm like, literally from day one. Like
One of my best friend's name was Christy.
There's nothing wrong with it. Like now as an adult, like reflecting back, I'm like, wow, Mom, that was really sexist of you. Like,
I'm sorry, Brianna.
That does
Today's
not
all round this week. I'm still sore from the car crash yesterday, and I don't get to see a chiropractor until like the very end of my 14-day period. So,
Yeah.
Well, you could do what I did with my ankle, and that is take naproxen, lay down flat, and pretend dogs don't exist around you.
I
You were in
feel
an
like that
actual
last
car
part
I thought
is
that
not
was
possible.
metaphorical.
Oh no! So we were going to an appointment for my dad for his business thing, and the girl went to turn left and didn't quite see us. And what I think happened is she choked, because I think she could have made it if she gunned it, but she did what. And so we didn't hit her hard, but we were in an actual car crash. Everybody is fine.
That's
My
good.
neck's a little mad at me, but that's
Your who's?
What?
Who's mad at you?
My neck.
Oh. Okay, that's acceptable. I was like, how did your dad make this about you? But
He did not. He did. It was so funny because you saw like he really wanted. He was like really frustrated and wanted to be mad, but at the same time, he's like, it's not her fault it's not my fault that this happened. Like, she was just trying to make a left-hand turn. I'm not going to be mad at this. Like, because she was very visibly upset from the minute we hit her.
I think that's honestly like I one time did a stupid thing driving and it could have caused an accident. We avoided it. And the guy like pulled up beside me and was like ready to yell at me. And then he saw that I was sobbing and he was like, okay, so just don't do it again. And like I was 17, right? I was like 17, stupid. He's like, it's okay, just be careful next time. And I was like,
It is something about like the tears of a feminine looking person that just throws men off.
Yeah, right. They just can't. I deserve to be yelled at for sure, but my like white woman tear privilege there was.
If you want to get out of jail free card, be like, and I just started my period today.
Here's the thing.
I'm just young and I have dumb big blue eyes and I don't know.
If you get pulled over by a cop in the South, just tell them that you were on your way to Chick-fil-A. They will all understand.
The only problem is if it's a Sunday.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, the only times I've ever been yelled at by people is people being mad at me for doing something that, like, it was always old people that are mad. Like, one lady sat behind my car when I went into Applebee's and just yelled at me through her window because I had the audacity to pull up next to her. Her reverse lights were not on. Like, I don't know why she was mad. And then the other one, like, I made a perfectly normal, like, I went around her because she was going so far underneath the speed limit. And apparently she was also heading to the library. So as I'm getting out of my car, she pulls up. She's like, I don't appreciate that you cut me off. I was like, there was so much space in front of us. But of course I was 23 and like, oh, okay, whatever.
Oh, come at me with that. I don't appreciate that you cut me off. I'm like, I don't appreciate that you're taking this suburban passive aggression with me. Just yell at me, bitch. Like, what?
Yeah. And her bumper was illegal because she just had like a 4x4 on the front of her car, which in Florida, if you do not have a bumper, that is technically a violation. Yeah. Like, I could call the cops on you right now and tell them you're driving around with an illegal car, but I wasn't smart enough to say that right then.
Okay, but this is also the problem, and I'm kind of like recently triggered by this because of something that happened at one of the dog training classes this week.
Yeah.
Is that people are so willing to call the cops about nothing.
So dumb.
Nothing. I can't even describe to you. Oh my God, like nothing. Like the fact that you would ever call the police on somebody's car being wrong. Oh my God. Oh my God, what a waste.
Listen, she was a weird old lady and I would have been fine with it.
I got assaulted almost in my car and I wasn't going to call the cops because I was like, nope, they'll just make it worse. They'll just make it worse. They will just make it worse. Nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I was slightly concerned during the crash because they did call the cops and it was us against someone who was definitely not white.
Well, you do have to call the police if there's damage to the car. Like, that's different.
You're supposed to. You do not, like, Technically,
I had to file a police report when I hit the cable box. There was no other person involved. I just drove into a cable box, and they're like, so you do have to file a police report. I'm like, against the cable box.
One time we hit we literally hit a patch of black ice, and we swung around, and we hit a state not a mile marker, but it had a little sign on it, and we had to pay like $300 to that county, and we're like, it was an accident.
Yeah,
that's so dumb.
We could have died, but no, let's feel bad for the sign that got damaged.
That has municipal funds probably to pay for it, or it should be going to the sign and not the cops.
Mm-hmm.
So
anyway,
that's like
I can't imagine. Oh man.
Yeah, I've been in accidents where we haven't called the cops. So, especially if like you don't want to report it to insurance, which is my most recent, not this one, but the one before. It's the only accident I've ever actually been at fault at. But I didn't, because my car was so old, I didn't want to report it to my insurance. So,
because it was like, well, you're a dinosaur.
Well, they would have totaled it, and I would not have gotten enough money to replace the car. So I was like, it'll be less for us to fix it ourselves than for me to have to go get a new car. So.
I like your car. It's cute.
It wasn't this car. It was an old Chevy something silver. Little Chevy 4-door. I like my car too. I was very glad that we were in my dad's car and not mom.
Oh my gosh.
My parents have 2 cars. If they'd been down a car, they would have been okay. I would have been like, shit, again. So. They also have way more money than I do.
Bree, take back your sprints. Tell us to shut up.
So what are we reading? Everybody tell what they're reading.
I am finishing Paris Delincourt is Out to Crumble by Alexis Hall.
Ooh. I am reading Hook, Line, and Sinker and finishing the rest of the episode of As Told by Ginger because I just started it because we just got Paramount Plus.
Hell yeah. I've heard that one.
Dodie is awful.
Oh. I've never seen the show, but I've seen a review of it.
I like the show, but the character Dodie on that show makes me want to just drop kick her.
So if I if one of my dogs ended up being named Dodie, would you like hate the dog, or would the dog?
I'd be like, why did you do that?
Because the singer Dodie, I really like the singer Dodie.
Okay, well if it's singer Dodie, then we're fine. But if it's like As Told by Ginger Dodie, I'd be like, why?
No, I would never do that to you. I
will literally send you TikTok clips to back up the evidence of why she is so.
You'd send me like parvovirus in the mail, be like, die, puppy.
Oh my god!
It's an effective tactic.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't make it over the border, though. I don't think.
No, probably not. No.
Like if you lived in the States, Thor could probably do that.
I don't want to get arrested for bioterrorism for like, haha, I put baking soda in the envelope. I'm native, okay? I'm gonna get killed.
Parvovirus, you just need to send a small amount of water, but like, yeah. All right, anthrax. Like, okay.
So anyway.
You're not okay.
I don't know.
I will be reading Tiamat's Wrath. I've got like 2 hours left, so I think I can finish that by the end of the evening. And I have some video stuff I want to do, and I also want to work in my room a little bit. So I may stop to do an insurance test. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. Tonight might just be my night off. I haven't had one of those in a while.
You need that. Sometimes you need that.
So,
I have a bunch of audiobooks I'm going to pull. I'm going to pull some of the really short ones that I have that are very random, and I don't know why I have them. So I'm going to start with this one, A Mind of Her Own by Paula McLean. It's
interesting.
Well, if I can find the thing I'm looking
I have an ebook I'm half done if I finish Tiamat's Wrath or get tired of it.
It's Like, where's the information? Title details. That's the button.
Did you see Brianna's comment? For legal reasons, this is a joke.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. That.
Thor would never send my puppies parvovirus because they'd be vaccinated and would never drink strange water sources anyways, so it wouldn't work.
I wouldn't poison your dog.
You wouldn't do it that dumb either. Like, come on, pick one that'll work, you know? Like,
I mean, if I wanted to completely sever any friendship that I possibly had with you, why would I take that out on a dog?
I know, I'm totally kidding.
It's not worth it.
Don't worry.
God, you are the better. Thor is the best of us.
It's true. It's true.
Like, I feel like I could fully go, I'm gonna murder your dog because you're a terrible human being.
Today,
not you, but
no, my dogs are great. Today I had Bella out and she was snuggling with me on the bed and I was like, Bella, Bella, Bella. And Porto and Abby started screaming and I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill Porto and Abby. And Alex just dead ass like is reading a manga and is like, don't kill Porto.
Murder is inconvenient in general, okay? It's inconvenient.
I like their priorities though.
Like, don't. And it wasn't even because we like Porto. It was like, Emma would be pretty sad if you killed Porto.
Like, don't fuck this relationship up, Cal.
Kill Labrador. I don't care, but
that's not even Wilder's dog.
I know. I couldn't kill her. She's too pathetic. She's like, you just feel bad for her. She's just like, oh, dude.
Remember when we were going to do sprints and we ended up talking about murdering animals?
I know.
I don't think that's a memory yet because we're actively talking about it.
That's not how time works for Geminis, okay?
And I'm native. Time works completely different.
We're omnipotent.
And technically it rubs off on Cal. So Cal also kind of like runs on Indian time. Just a little bit. I mean, you have Emma. So like, it just, you know.
As a person in that relationship,
like,
that adjustment should be made. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what? Actually, is this a colonizer thing of me? Because Emma stopped being late because we started dating. I've been like, Emma, you can't be fucking late all the time.
It's gonna be fine. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Either that or a non-ADHD thing.
No, it's like you have a dog now. You have to wake up when the dog needs to pee.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, that is true.
Yeah. No. Otherwise, though, because Emma used to be like, okay, I'll be there in 30 minutes, and it would be 3 hours later, and Emma would show up, and I'd be like, I thought you were dead.
I think Emma and my mother run on the same time.
But you're also autistic, so that's that too.
Yeah, it's mostly it has nothing to do with race and everything to do with combating neurodivergencies.
If you do not show up, I will die.
Yeah, it'd be like, there better be a really good reason you're in here because I knew you were driving a car and then you didn't answer me and then you didn't show up, so your car probably crashed and you probably did die.
I think that's the anxiety. Yeah, that
Potato,
sounds like
tomato.
Yeah. No, my mom's family, they take bets on when she will arrive.
Okay, so the thing is, I will flat out, if I know this about you, I will lie to you about when things start, like fully, like dead ass. I'll just be like, yep, it's this time. I'll give you like an extra hour. I'll be like, no, it starts at 4 when it starts at 5. Like I would do that to Emma. I'd do that to my friend Marina in high school because the worst is that I drive her to school and I'd be sitting in the driveway being like, if you make me late for school.
I'm leaving your ass.
Be like, I'm picking you up at 8 a.m. And I'd get there at like 8:20. Be like, get in the car. We're ready to go.
That's so funny. No, so because my mom's chronically late, like I have a hard time arriving on time for things that are consistent, like work. That's the hard one. But if I have like an appointment that's at a specific time, I will be there early.
I can't be late for anything.
Yeah,
ever in my life. It's not allowed. I can't do it. I have no proof the world won't end if I'm late.
can't on time because my brain wants to do things at an inconvenient time and I can't leave until that thing is done. So I'm the opposite end of that neurodivergent.
No, I'll show up somewhere on time with like nothing ready. I'll be like, I got here on time, but I didn't sleep and I didn't brush my teeth and I didn't get dressed properly and the dogs aren't ready, but I'm here, right? And you'll be like, oh my God, you could have delayed half an hour. And I'm like,
and then they'll be like, oh, did you bring the blah, blah, blah? And you'll be like,
no, I didn't. No, I didn't know because I was panic driving. I was speeding. I was going 20 over the speed limit, panicking.
See, here's the thing, Laura. I'm a theater kid too. But like, you have multiple times to be on time as a theater kid.
Yeah.
No, there's only one time to be on time, and that is 5 minutes early.
Because you have call time, you have places, you have show time.
What are you saying, Alex? Alex is like participating in this conversation, sitting on the floor in the dark in the other room.
Why are they in the dark?
Because okay, one time I came home and Emma and Alex were sitting, like just sitting in the dark, and I was like, "Did neither of you think maybe like a light would be good?" And they're like, "Oh, that would mean getting up and turning it on."
Are Alex and Emma my parents?
You know what? I'm gonna say no because they are vaccinated and like use pronouns properly, but close.
Okay, are we ready?
Bree's like, shut the fuck up.
We should. I'm just thinking we should probably read so that I can get something read for this event.
Okay, let's go. I'm gonna finish this book.
Okay, are we ready? On your mark, get set. Your timer is beginning. It's still beginning. It's still beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go read and mute mics.
Where the Oh, I shouldn't do that.
Hello. La 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 la.
Hello.
Hey.
I switched to my contacts because I feel weird. I forgot to pick up. Well, no, I didn't forget. I couldn't pick up my medicine until today, but I didn't have any for this morning to take, so I didn't have it until I didn't take it until like 6:30, 6 or 6:30. So I feel weird. So I took my medicine though, but I feel weird because like I didn't have it until later.
Yeah, schedule's a little fucked up.
Yeah, so like my body feels funky, and I couldn't tell if my brain was hurting because I was wearing my glasses or because of that. And so I decided to switch my contacts and see if that helps. So I did that, and I listened to the book. I'm on chapter 4, and I'm
I have no idea where I am.
a little over halfway through it because it's literally like an hour and something long audiobook, and I'm listening to it on 1.5 speed. So, yeah. How did everyone else do?
I got to the next chapter.
Nice.
I got no reading done, but I finished that episode and then I messaged my friend.
That's good. Friendship is good.
Friendship is
dark,
good.
dark Batman, dark victory, Julie. Is that the one you're reading? That's a good one.
I finished Paris Delacourt Takes the Cake.
Nice.
So there's an ebook for Loki.
Nice.
Oh.
60 pages. That's just rude.
Well, it's a comic.
If it's what I'm thinking of, yeah, it's a comic book. And it reads
I make you feel better.
Yeah.
That's rude.
I mean, I'm not saying Julie isn't very talented, but that's excessively talented. Ooh. It is such a good comic, Julie. It's so good.
Very good.
Hey, what's the second book to spoiler alert?
All the feels.
Okay. I started that today,
Nice.
Oh,
but
yeah.
not during this sprint. Just started it today.
Nice. I really like that book.
It's a good book.
I think it's weird that he referenced her to a bird.
It is a little. Alex is one of those people that's like your heart is in the right place, but sometimes I just want to hit you.
I love him so much. He's a gremlin after my own heart.
He is. I still would have died of embarrassment if
Porto,
I was Lauren.
you need to calm down.
I don't want to calm
Oh,
down.
Jesus.
You're being too loud.
I was just thinking that.
Nora's in her crate right now because she did not potty.
Bitch.
Well, we went outside, but she did not potty because she was, I think, too distracted and excited about the life.
Well, then you're doing the exact right thing.
And so I was like, we got to go in the crate. I'm not doing all this. I have to be kind of more strict about it because she won't be consistently doing the going outsides and pottying. And then we come in and 5 seconds later. So we got to do it this way if you're going to still do that.
If you're going to pee inside, you're going to pee all over yourself, and then you're going to feel pretty bad, won't you?
Yep.
Ah, puppies.
So, yeah. So we'll probably go out again during this next sprint.
We had to teach that one to Briar, where it was like, if you don't poo, you're never fucking coming out of your crate. Because I got her it was like a really horrible winter when we got her, and there was an ice storm. And she was like, I'm not pooing outside. Like that's you're asking a lot of me, an 8-week-old puppy. And I was like, you have to is the thing though.
Right. It's not optional. It's not exactly where you get to choose here.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, but
you can either go outside or you can go in your crate and sit in it.
Yeah.
Those are your choices.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I also straightened up this table, which I'm very glad of, because although I didn't do any other cleaning yet, like at least I got this area that I am using at the moment straight. And so it makes me feel less chaotic and cluttered.
That's good.
And since I'm listening to an audiobook, while I could be productive, since I don't feel great, I'm going to color. Yay.
Hell yeah.
I got new pencils, but they don't come in until tomorrow. So I'm still using my Crayola set that I'm going to take to school on Monday and keep there. And then I'm going to keep my nice ones here so the children can't steal them.
That's a good idea. I gave my sister my Crayolas because her pencil sharpener was dull, and then so I brought her mine, and then I bought her a pencil sharpener.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing with Crayolas is that they don't consistently sharpen well. While the formula of the pencil itself is fine, it's the sharpening and the fact that when you sharpen it, sometimes the core will break down in the wood, and that bothers me a lot.
It sharpens like garbage rat.
Which is why I don't prefer Crayolas. I prefer Staedtlers or Prismacolors.
Oh, Prismacolors are so nice.
I've never tried Prismacolors.
They're expensive shit, but they're so.
The reason that I decided to go ahead and go with Prismacolors is just because of the fact that you can choose to repurchase that one color that you run out of.
Yeah.
That and favorite pastels. It just depends on, like, do you like there are people who don't like the Prismacolors over favorite pastels. I don't see a difference.
Yeah, Prismacolor adds like a certain kind of wax to their formula, and some people like it and some people don't. I like the fact that it makes everything vibrant.
I like Prismacolor
because you can use a light hand and get a lighter color, but it like is so much more vibrant than when you want it to be. Then what do you call? Then not their brand. Then many other ones. You know, I couldn't think of how to words for a second. We got there. It's fine.
We're working on it.
Am I what do you call buffering for you guys? Or like not buffering, but like lagging a little bit on your end?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay.
I haven't noticed, but I'm
okay. I'm not gonna worry about it now, but like I may have to end up moving to the other room, which doesn't make sense because I'm pretty sure our router is either in the garage or in the living room, which is closer to where I am now than my office. Don't know what's about.
If there's less metal between you, possibly, because it might have to do with the type of wall.
Maybe because like the kitchen is right here. Next to me, and then the garage is a garage with it's actually a t-shirt printing factory basically. So maybe it's that. I'm not sure who did what now.
I think I was during the conversation about the doggos.
That felt like a short break.
Yeah,
Okay. Are we ready?
I am.
Cool. Are you gonna let me? Okay. It's gonna let me.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Read. Dum-
Oh, Margaret just like immediately bounced. Like, I don't want to be back.
Okay. How did everyone do?
Good.
That's
I
good.
started a comic, an online comicsology original, so that I could have another digital book done hopefully by the end of the spring.
Nice.
I read 30 pages.
That's really good. Damn.
You okay? She's mad because we tried to go potty and she still didn't go. Well, she peed, but she still didn't poop. So,
Damn, girl.
part of the problem is the fact that they mowed the grass, but it's been raining so much lately that the grass is really tall. So there's all those little bits of clumps of grass that she can then bite at and try to eat.
Some
And
people
it's a new
say
interesting thing, of course. So that's part of the problem. I finished the first book, A Mind of Her Own, and I started a new one, which is an hour and 8 minutes, it looks like. So,
Nice.
yeah. So I got 9 minutes into that. Yeah, I just have a bunch of ones that are like super short, like 1 or 2 hour audiobooks, 1, 2, 3, and 4 hour audiobooks that I just have. And I'm like, I need to like binge them.
Yeah.
For this article. This is obviously the time.
Kind of like Laura right now, who has an hour and 10 minutes left.
Yeah. Yeah, as you do.
Well, what the fuck happened to Margaret?
Margaret.
isn't she filming stuff?
Oh, maybe.
Mm.
Her
That is a
commitment
bit
to saving the
complicated.
low keys is not strong.
But I switched to a historical fiction. The one I just finished was actually also historically. It was like this. It was cute, but it was too short. It needed to be more like it should have been fleshed out. It could have been a cute like novella or shorter novel, but like as a short story that was only like an hour and something, it was a little too short.
Especially when you involve history in it, because that takes up so much
Right.
time by itself.
Well, it was more science though. It was like it was very sciencey. It's like a woman who is like in science. She was studying in France. She was Polish, but she had moved to France.
Mary Curie?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I feel like there's a butt coming?
But like, make it a cute little romance version. It's like based on her story. But like,
I mean, it is pretty romantic, dying of radiation.
yeah, it's the before that part.
It's before the horrible ending.
Yeah,
That's really bad because like she didn't even know, because that was what radiation would do to you.
Yeah, it's the meeting Pierre Curie part.
Yikes. Poor Mary Curie. She died a horrendous fucking death so that we all might.
Right. So it's like the cute romance part.
Yeah.
And it's like it literally was like just their like kind of like a short like the romancy fun part with like bits about like family stuff and bits about like I don't know. It kind of is. Yeah, I just wish it had been longer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because it skipped, and it had some moments of like talking about sciencey things, but then like mostly it was like jumping to different points in her life and her relationship with like one or two different people. I don't know. It was okay, but it wasn't like flawless or anything. I enjoyed it though. It was a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
But now I've switched to this other one that's about, it's a historical fiction about a woman talking about being a woman who's an editor, and was one of the editors. She says she was one of the editors for Emily Dickinson's work. So
Interesting.
yeah, that's why I'm listening to all of these now, because it's like very weird concepts and random things. Like not weird bad, just weird, like as in not something I would normally have picked up.
Pick up.
I struggle
Audiobook that I ended up with. You know what I mean?
I struggle with like
and short enough that I was like, yeah, why not? You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's like, I'm like, okay, I need to go through all these and
finish them right now.
yes, exactly.
I struggle, like I can do historical romance and I can do historical fiction, but like I struggle when it's like romanticizing an actual historical figure. That's where I get like I struggle with that personally. I'm like, no, everybody that lived in the past was shit, which isn't true, but like
Yeah.
the past was shit. So I don't know.
It's like if you do it without acknowledging some of the issues, which it did really well with acknowledging some of some of the feminist issues of being a woman in science and everything, but other than that, it wasn't totally, what do you call, realistic.
I don't know. Why do I feel like Pierre Curie just wouldn't be a chill dude, you know? Like I feel like
Yeah.
Like she's probably better off without him.
What's weird about it to me is like I don't love when it's fiction.
yeah, like I'd read a book about Marie Curie, like a nonfiction book.
Right. Like and like some fiction that's like a spin-off, like if it's like more of like the Romanov that I read.
Yeah, that's like fantasy.
Like
that's like an alternate history.
It was like taking it and like making it something new in a way.
Yeah.
Whereas this was just like a slice of their life, but like also was it? You know what I mean?
I definitely like. I get what you mean. I like alternate histories a lot because I think it's fun. Like it's a fun exploration of like what if. Like it's like literally what if the Marvel show. But,
right.
But yeah, when it's just like I'm gonna write about the life of blue 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 blue. I'm just like okay.
And it, like I said, it was literally an hour, and too much was like tried to be put in rather than like if it had just only talked about their romance.
Yeah.
And that's it, then an hour would have been enough time. Like if it had just been about their from the meet cute to the falling and getting together thing, that could have worked, but it wasn't that. So it was just kind of like too much things, too much of things, not enough of nothing.
Too much things, not enough time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Many thoughts head empty.
Also, I made coloring progress. I'm on the same picture I was working on because I haven't colored while I've been at home because I haven't been at home to color. So I'm working on the same picture. I've colored at work, but I haven't colored any at home. Because at work, sometimes I color when I'm like interacting with the kids. I'll like,
Yeah.
I'll sit there and color while they sit there and color. It's a great time. It's a fun activity.
We were just told.
Okay. Shall we?
Yes.
Let's do it. Okay, mute your mics. And me mute my mic. Okay. Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun, dun.
Okay. How's it going?
It's pretty great. Look at who's sitting on my lap.
Aw. Oh, the love.
I went through my emails.
Nice.
That is so good. I love that for you.
I had like 10 ignored emails from publishers. I'm like, hey,
Hmm.
let's go, buddy.
I'm
Not a piece of shit. I just forgot.
nice.
Cassie, my Cassie says hi to your Cassie. Or sorry, Laura, my Cassie says hi to your Cassie. There's a lot of Cassies in there. Because as we know, the best dogs are named Cassie. Sorry, sorry, Gamora. I feel like Sam already knew, but sorry, Gamora.
Sam's in his own world. He rules his own domain.
Come here.
And his own domain is old man dog. He is currently asleep. Swirled up in a little donut shape over there.
I finished my comic, so there's another book for the
Nice.
yeah, but it was only like 30 pages, so
Okay. Every page counts.
it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Nice. That's always good. There's something awesome about like a nice short read.
Right? Like,
Just like
I enjoyed myself.
relaxing, like good time.
Hell yeah. Okay.
I have 20 minutes left in this one, and then I'll pick something else.
I have 58 minutes left of Tiamat's Wrath, and
Nice.
stuff's getting intense.
Oh no.
We're so okay. So you know, my thing is reunions.
Oh,
And
boy.
so we've had two characters that have been separated since the last book. And we're so close to when they're finally going to like actually be able to touch each other again. And I'm like, ah! I'm fine. I'm a normal person. It's fine.
Mhm.
Totally.
Normal people do these things.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Gamora update. She still did not poop, but I also have been giving. I've not been giving her extended periods of time because I'm not going to give her the opportunity to walk around for 10 minutes first. Like, no, you're gonna figure out that you have to go when we walk out here for the intention to go.
2
Like,
minutes outside, 5 minutes in the crate, repeat.
yeah. It's like we're not gonna sit out here that long. I will not do it because like we will have times where you can go play outside, but until you get this part, we can't do that.
And go pee is a command, right?
Right.
And Margaret can attest that I didn't nail that down with Briar. And so when Briar wanted to find a place to go pee, she's like, I'm going to take an adventure. Whereas when you're like, hey, Cassie, go pee. She's like, got it. Thanks, Mom.
I honestly don't remember that part, Cal.
You don't remember her wandering around the freaking gas station mulchy parking lot being like, is this a good spot?
I remember that, but I was busy cleaning a car, so like I wouldn't have wanted to pee over a gas station mulchy spot either. I'm gonna be honest.
The thing is that I don't care what she wants. If I tell you to go pee and you're about to get on a plane for 8 hours, fucking pee, kid. I don't know what to see, right? Yeah. The mom in the chat is like, I get you. Go pee.
Yep.
You have to
You
pee
go
right
try.
fucking now.
You
Because
go
we ain't doing
try.
that shit later.
Yeah.
I am not gonna struggle bus trying to get to that fucking back of the aisle. We're not doing this shit.
She's a golden retriever. There is no struggle bus, and she just has to hold it.
Yep.
Yep.
Susie would try that sometimes, and you'd just be like, go potty. And she's like, fine, I'll stop smelling things.
All the
So where do you take a okay, this sounds stupid, but where do you take a dog to go potty in the airport?
So some airports have a pet relief area, so like AstroTurf in a corner where you can be like go pee, and since it smells like a million other dogs pee, the dog will pee on it. So that's what like Briar took a shit in the Toronto airport on that. I was like,
Congratulations.
like I had to sign a form when flying with United that was like she won't pee on the plane or she will safely pee on the plane like in a hygienic manner. And I was like, how do you hygienically potty
safely pee on the plane?
Like into a bottle? Like what are you guys do? Like first of all, it wasn't that long of a flight. Dogs can hold their pee for like 12 hours, no problem if they're adults. Second of all, you think what do you think I'm gonna put a diaper on her and just have her piss in a diaper and just like sit in her own piss for hours? Like
you're like, I'm too fucking anxious for that.
No, my girl will hold her bladder like God intended and pee when we get to Utah. Like no.
She'll just have to be fine.
But the thing is, I knew she would be. Also, like, I wasn't an idiot. I didn't feed her and give her a bunch of water before we got on the plane. I fed her at the end of our flight and gave her a little bits of water here and there. Like,
right.
Yeah, she didn't even eat the night before, right?
We did run out of food.
Yeah. But I thought it was probably the morning before that you were planning on feeding her.
Yeah, I never would have fed her the morning before, but we did run out of food when we had 2 meals left in Utah. And I was like, you want some chips, Briar? Like, you want some chips tonight? I'm sorry, but you're going to be home really soon.
It happens.
It does.
Yeah.
You know what? We got the smallest bag of Purina Pro Plan, and like it lasted over 9 days, and Shotzi dragging it out into the Brianna's backyard. So
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Did Shotzi eat some of it?
We don't know. I don't think so because it was still pretty full. But
yeah,
I'm sure some fell out. but she didn't seem to have eaten any of it because she's so big that she could have. Portobello. On the next sprint, I will take you out to pee, and then I will summarily kill you. So. Woo!
It worked. Is he in his crate?
Yeah, because he's on crate rest from his injury.
Oh, that's right, because he did his neck in.
I'm gonna do his neck in.
This is what happens, Portobello, when you are dumb and run into things.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever considered not being an idiot? Yo, I even told Emma today, I was like, I love you and I love your dog, but I need every dog that's not my dog to get the fuck out of this house for like 2 weeks. Hi, baby.
When does she come back?
The 21st.
Jiminy Christmas.
Are you dying?
Me? Without Emma? No. I don't really miss people. Like, I miss her, but I also, like, don't feel that emotion very strongly ever. Like, I would prefer she was here, and I understand that my life would be better if she was here, and I would like to see her again. But Cassie's right here, so I'm okay. I just don't, like...
Yeah, that makes sense.
I have really bad object permanence issues with people. And Emma knows this about me. Like, I'm not, like, if I'm going, especially if I'm the one leaving, it's harder when I'm the one here dealing with bullshit. But, like, if I'm the one going, like, do not expect to hear from me if I'm going on a trip and you're my partner. Like, I'm not going to message you. You'll have to remind me you exist. Like, I'll be having so much fun. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, don't take it personally, but I'm in the zone.
That's totally fine. That's totally fine. I'm kind of the same way because
Yeah.
Calvin will message. He'll call me like 14 times in one day, and I'm like, "What the fuck do you want?"
Like, I don't need to hear from you this often.
That's literally the reason I got an Apple Watch is because I never answer messages, and my family got so mad at me. So this way I can at least check and see who it is, and if I actually need to answer it or look at it.
Yeah, that's funny.
Because I know phone calls or messages are the same way. Both.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't ever look at my phone, so this way it's like I'm attached to it a little more. Like I respond at least to the important people, like y'all.
Yeah.
Do you want to reset that timer to be fair to the people we've been chatting at? Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the?
I'm gonna go take dogs pee. So see you
There.
later.
Okay, mute your mics. Since we only have 4 more minutes, I'm going to go ahead and just add 4 more minutes to the timer since we only have 4 more minutes to the battle. Okay, how did we?
Can I quickly answer Gina's question? Can I quickly answer Gina's question?
Oh, yes. Yes, thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, you can use your Star-Lord or Fury reward, but you have the entire month of August to submit one book to get all the rewards. So I personally wouldn't waste
especially because it's a team battle thing. Basically, as long as you participate, you're gonna get rewards.
And we're doing really well.
Yeah.
And I think, I totally up to you. You can. I would save it.
Yeah. Agreed. So how did the event go as a whole for everybody?
I edited a lot, actually. I didn't really read too much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got 3 books, 3 very short audiobooks in total.
Nice.
Which I'm good with. None of them were super big hits for me. I would say the Mary Curry was the best one. Enjoyment level wise. The one that I just listened to is a sci-fi, and I liked they used a lot of really good editing, and they used some audio effects and things that were really enjoyable, but the dialogue was horrible. So that really ruined the production being so good.
Damn.
It was like phenomenal production, terrible dialogue. It's called The Messengers, and it was it was more written in the style of a screenplay, but in audiobook form.
12 books? Gina, we're gonna have to start calling you it's gonna be Gina and Liz, not just Liz. The Gina and Liz level of difficulty. That's impressive.
I got some of my room cleaner than it was.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
We're almost. I finally got the whole dresser that I needed to have clean, and I'm getting underneath both of them so that we'll be able to move them without it looking disgusting. And this book broke me. It's so good. Everything that I wanted to happen is happening. It's fantastic, and now I'm scared.
I hope it ends horribly.
Well, I can't. The next one might end horribly.
I hope it does.
Why would you do that?
No,
I wish Bucky would die. I would never say that to you.
You think a book is equivalent with a life of a dog?
Bucky.
Oh, I thought you said a puppy, and I was like, what the fuck, Margaret? Oh my god. You can wish it all you want, but he's a comic character, so if he dies,
they never really
die. No, I just want to be right that it's like the vibe. I just want to be right that it was the bad vibes.
I mean, if they're gonna go out, they're all very old, so it actually does make sense for all of them to have made it through this book and go out in the next one. I'm expecting that.
I don't care if they die. I just want it to end badly. I just don't want it to be a satisfying thing.
Why? It's been such a satisfying series so far.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Because it's been such a good time, you want it to go horribly now?
I'm just a gremlin. I just will take joy in the fact if it ends badly. I'm
Well,
like,
personally does not like this book.
yeah, I really didn't like the first one, and Margaret really liked
You
the
didn't
series.
get through the whole first one.
Yeah, that's how I made it far though. Like I read a decent enough. It wasn't like I read a chapter and quit. I read well over 100 pages. I just like.
Yeah.
You're like, I gave
I'm
it a
just
try.
saying, this is not the book that you quit on. You quit on this. If you don't like the second book, then you quit. If anyone's curious about the Expanse series.
I just hope the
First
whole
book
thing
you
is
have to deal with
badly.
Miller.
I'm never gonna read that.
Yeah, no, me neither.
That's okay. I
Many
can read it for both
thoughts.
of you.
Figure out
Head
what
empty.
to read next. Please actually don't read it for me. I would like you to not read it on my behalf.
You're like, I don't want to be involved.
Mhm.
Don't mention my name.
I just want to know that it ends poorly.
I
I
mean,
almost done my coloring.
okay.
It's
Oh,
pretty.
wow.
It's very pretty. You should
Like
get that
all the
tattoo.
little thingies are different ones. The little checkers,
Mm-hmm.
like different colors. Like I did it in a specific pattern, you know, but like I used all of the blues.
I just also love how shiny it is.
Yeah, it has a good sheen, you know.
Very shiny. Gina, I know exactly what part of the darkness outside of us you're at. And yeah, I feel that. I feel that. And again, I'm just waiting for these three to experience it.
I have to make it through Wool first.
I know. There's a lot of more time left in the month. We've got time. But I am so excited.
Gamora, did you steal one of my pencils? Yeah, you definitely did. You can't eat my colored pencil!
Puppies, man.
No!
I'd say beat her up, but I feel.
Wait, what happened? Sorry, I was staring into the abyss. I need to. I mean, at least most of the pencil is still there.
I guess I'm gonna be checking poop tomorrow.
Yeah. It's pretty soft wood, so it shouldn't.
Yeah, it should be fine. It should be fine, but.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, retriever life.
Yep.
This is why I.
Ooh, this is stick, right?
Wow, there's anything to put in my mouth. Okay, literally, I'm editing a vlog right now, and at one point, I pick up a clump of golden retriever fur that was on the floor, and I was like, "Oh!" And you guys leave your fur all over the floor, and Cassie just goes, "I'm like, okay."
Do I have this color in another pencil? No, I do not. But
Trying to calm my brain down because once I've made, because like on the other day I made 2 layouts for I finally finished the Molly Knox Ostertag series of like the witch whatevers, and my brain's like, ooh, you made layouts, now you read more and then make more, and I'm like, no,
you
calm down. I just
This is
get
autism brain telling you to do cycles of things.
No. I guess we're going off tomorrow.
That's what I do. That's how I live my entire life.
What do you do? What do I do?
I just do it until the urge stops. I literally just do it until my brain's like, all right, you've had enough. And then I find a new thing to do. I just keep doing it. That's why
I'm just trying to get the motivation to like write and like get through a book.
All I've been doing for the past like month and a half, like in my free time, has been watching anti-MLM videos and reading fantasy and like switching every chapter break to different like that's all I've been doing. And I want to watch Sandman. I want to watch all these things, and I can't watch anything right now.
What even is Sandman?
I don't know.
It's a Neil Gaiman.
That's why I want to.
Classic type thing.
That's why I want to watch it, because it's.
I think Watchmen, but better. Because people don't pull a Rorschach.
But you're not supposed to root for Rorschach.
You're not. You are no, but the fans didn't get that because the creator has gone on like record many times. He's like, you guys, like he's you're not supposed to. He's bad.
He's fucked up. Really well, but that doesn't make the media inherently bad because the interpreters.
You look at this side, it's like it never happened. But if you turn it around,
yeah, okay, I see it's working.
I mean, you still have a pencil. You can still use it.
I do. It just had a little bit of a bite.
He's the one. Okay, hold on.
And it wasn't like a full pencil, so it's not like she ate like half of it or anything.
It's kind of like the book I read because it had no index because Briar ate the index.
Watchmen is written by Alan Moore, and I don't know if you know this. But he's currently
I know who Alan Moore is.
He is currently in a wizard feud with Grant Morrison. Did you know that?
No.
He and Grant Morrison are in a wizard feud. They think they are wizards and are feuding.
I don't really care what the man does in his free time. He's written some of the best comics ever.
It's just really funny. Like there's nothing inherently wrong with it there's nothing inherently wrong with it. It's just really funny.
He wrote V for Vendetta. Right? He wrote V for Vendetta.
Yeah, he did. He's written some really good stuff.
He's written some of the best comics, and I'll die on the hill that Watchmen is brilliant, and like I love Watchmen.
Yeah, it just I'll rephrase that. The fan base is less annoying because it's less cis het white men.
Yeah, and that is obviously one of the big flaws with Watchmen is it's not very diverse, but.
So what
I don't think like when it comes to representation, I don't think either of them are any better than the other. So I do like,
Well, Sandman, I think Netflix kind of made it.
Netflix did. Yeah. And I think that's a good, smart idea, especially if you're a white author and they're like, hey, all of your characters are white. You're like, do it.
They kept Satan white, so that was probably a good choice.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Laura, so what I've been doing is like I have a book that I'm reading for like just in general, and then if it doesn't apply to the event, then I just pause it and read event things. So like I read The House Across the Lake, just was reading that, and then I finished that today. So I still had time before I knew the event was coming, so I went ahead and started my next book. To just like have, and then if I can continue it, great. But honestly, we haven't even finished picking prompts yet, so I don't know if it's going to apply to Nexus things. But I just picked it because I knew I wanted to read it.
I don't want to spoil things for anybody, but I would say if you're a fast reader, like you tend to finish books quickly, I would say you have time to finish an entire book between now and the next Nexus event. I think I have time to finish a book or two between now and the next event. So,
I'm glad you feel that way. On the other hand, have not read books this year consistently.
You're a fast reader.
Yeah. Okay. It really depends on your reading speed. I'm saying I think I could do it. I don't know what Laura's speed is. I'm guessing by Gina's 12 books since the start, Gina could probably finish 12 more. You never know.
By the way, I apologize if you hear her dropping her antler on the floor very loudly, but it's just the thing that's happening right now, apparently.
Porto was doing that with the bone.
We're just accepting that that's what she's doing instead of trying to chew this now. So, because she kept trying to jump up here a minute ago.
Hi, Cassie.
So we're just appreciating the fact that you've accepted that this is not hers and that is hers.
Guys, I didn't tell you what happened this morning at 4 a.m.
What happened?
That's a terrible time for anything to happen.
Well, yes, that's
true.
So,
very true.
Do you remember the skunk that Cassie bit on the ass?
Yes. Yes.
Back.
Great way to start a story.
He's back. So Alex opens the door and lets Cassie and Bella out to pee at 4 a.m. And there's that old bugger. Right? And so, I mean, if I had been awake, I would have gone after him with a brick. But Alex panicked. And I wake up to, I'm like asleep, okay? Cassie, please come back inside. And I'm like, is my dog on the road? But I would like to say that Cassie and Bella both recalled off the skunk.
Aww, so
Good for
good.
them. I was more worried about Bella than Cassie.
She's tasted its ass before, so she knows. She knows what flesh of a skunk tastes like.
That is so. Why were they being let out at 4 a.m.?
Because Alex works at 5, and Bella has just endless energy. So we found that it is helpful for Bella to get up at that time and for her and Cassie to do a lap around the backyard.
Sans skunk.
It didn't happen this morning.
Tomato, potato.
Yeah. Bella is like the Energizer Bunny. She's never bad. She's always good behavior, always good. But does she stop moving of her own accord? Not often. And she's not overwhelming about it like Porto. Porto's like jumping and skittering and like all the time. Bella's just kind of like she has something in her mouth and she's just doing laps of the house. And you're like, okay, Bella, if this is good for you.
I feel like you would take a Bella over a Porto.
Okay, The first reason I would take a Bella over a Porto is because Bella's a fucking girl. Whoever decided male dogs were necessary, completely incorrect. Then the second reason I would take Bella over Porto is because of her size. She's 35 pounds at 8 months. Porto is 53 pounds at 9 months. So I like my petite little ladies. And Bella's prettier. Her fur's nicer. Porto's gotta have to have some winning qualities here.
Porto's name is Porto.
That is a great.
And you know that his mother's heart was so impressively healthy, they put it in a textbook. And at the vet, when they listened to his heart, they're like, wow, what an impressively healthy heart. So maybe his is that good too. And I don't know anything about Bella's heart. It could be shit. The other thing is that Porto was raised the way I like raising a dog, and Bella wasn't at all, even a little bit. So obviously I prefer the way Porto and I work together. Yeah. Because Bella has not been told no often enough as a wee lass. Whereas Porto is very used to the word no. He knows it. It's up in his repertoire.
How is she adjusting to that? Learning that word.
I bought a prong. Didn't think I'd need one because she's very soft in terms of like emotional correction, like a sharp. Like Bella, no, is like she listens to it. She doesn't like. But she likes to lunge on the leash. Like she'll be in like prancing along and then just bolt, like no warrant, just.
Prong will do that. Stop it.
That can pull out my shoulder. So I bought a prong. I don't
also
like
injure her neck if she does that the wrong way.
Yes. Yeah. So
the prong is going to stop her weight because that'll stop her way faster than like a choke ball. So
I had her on a slip lead and a martingale. But no, I just let her do it one time on a prong. I let her do it to herself. I was like, all right, I'll just hold this and you try lunging. Have fun. And
then they don't do it again.
Yeah, and then she was good the rest of it. She's a very, very good dog. There's nothing about her I don't like except some of the early ways she was brought up, like the swallowing of the socks, how she used to swallow socks. That was not handled correctly in her previous 8 months of life.
Yeah.
So I had to fix that, but I did fix it. And now she brings me things and I go, good work, Bella. And she doesn't have to eat them.
Right.
Good night.
Good night. We should probably head off to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should probably
Yeah,
go.
it's late for
'cause-
y'all.
I don't have to go anywhere tomorrow morning. I can sleep in.
This is my next lecture, by the way. I'm going in order because
You have to. There's no other choice.
so I'm going in order of the book. But it's an elephant, so I got all my grays and silvers and blacks.
Nice.
Meanwhile, I'm in my coloring books. Like, oh, this is the one I want to work on today.
It depends, but like right now,
It's me.
right now where I'm at in my life, I need to go in order.
Mhm.
Although occasionally I will skip one if I'm like, I just did one that is exactly like this and I can't do 2 pages that have the same pattern repeated too much, because then I will repeat the same color patterns too much back to back, and I don't want them back to back in the book in the same color pattern. So
I
think about it.
just got over eating my food in order of foods, starting with meat and going clockwise around. So
Oh no, you don't start. No, it's fries first, then everything else.
What?
If you're eating something where you have fries,
Oh, you're wrong.
No. Here's the logic: is the fries will go cold fastest.
exactly.
No, but you don't. No, you
The
have
fries-
to.
I have a
fries or
this is
tater
gonna be
tots,
different. 'Cause
whatever
I have a
is,
fry
like,
to bite ratio.
yeah, whatever is gonna taste the worst reheated.
Okay, first of all, fries reheated are not gross. Second of all, if you were to get full or sick, wouldn't you want the protein in you other than just salty, oily starch? So you start with the meat.
Well, no, but like I don't anticipate getting full. Like if
I'm from the Midwest. We take risks.
Like
Like, if I have to bust my fucking gut to finish my meal, I will.
Honestly, the only time it's a problem is when you have like waffle fries. I'm gonna be honest. Like other fries, I'll go back and forth. But waffle fries have so much surface area, they're gonna be cold by the time you go to take your next bite.
That's why I never get.
I don't go back. There's no back and forth. There's like I'm getting to the point now where like if you have rice, I would like mix it with another thing. But like no, like I eat things I'm not eating my fries before I'm done my burger. Like that's ridiculous to me. No, like I couldn't. No, I have to eat. And it used to have to be fucking clockwise. Okay, so we're moving up in the world. There's no longer a spatial order to things.
Nothing can touch though.
Yeah, that was a big problem for a long time
it
too.
depends on what it is for me.
I'm getting past it, but I did used to have to put things on like separate plates and stuff to ensure that there would be no, especially if there was rice in the dish.
Oh, but everything is so good mixed with rice.
I know that now, and I'm getting over it. And Miguel's food was like very helpful for that because Mexican dishes, you mix everything all the time.
Everything goes together, all of it.
But like growing up on an English Canadian diet, you don't have to mix anything together. It's like here's a pork chop.
You know what you need to try mixed together is corn and mashed potatoes.
I cannot eat corn.
No,
I can't have corn.
Be
No.
violently ill.
Then you have mashed potatoes that are lumpy. No.
No, it's not a texture.
Because then you
thing.
have the texture of the lump, and we don't want the lumps.
I'll projectile vomit, and it has nothing to do with the texture.
I will projectile vomit, and it will have to do with the texture.
Okay, fair.
There was a very long period where I did not eat. I mean, I really don't anymore either, but I did not eat mashed potatoes at all because, like, if they had lumps in them, I was going to puke.
I find them very flavorless, and it's just like
you're not putting enough southern to it. You need the butter.
Yeah, and that's why I
It
don't
has to
eat
be
it very often.
slathered in
I have to have
Southern
my
it.
butter.
Do you think my mother let butter into her household? She did not.
Absolutely not.
What?
I didn't know I could put salt on things until I was like a late teenager.
Okay, whoa. I thought that was just weird cult mom stuff.
No, my
Salt
mom
and pepper
is
was like the base flavoring.
And my parents let us have salt and pepper.
if you ever have the privilege of seeing me eat a meal with my mother, you will see that we are very different people. She's
I've been
very
sneaking flavoring into my
passionate.
mom's food.
Not even that, because we always had well spiced food. Like it's always and I'm like very tolerant.
Oh,
of
she's
food.
one of those like you don't add it after.
No, you just don't. She's like, well, if you use a lot of salt, you'll get high blood pressure.
Table salt doesn't do that. But that's
I'm gonna die someday anyway.
I wasn't allowed to use the microwave until I was a teenager.
Okay, I think your mom and my mom were listening to some of the same people. But yes, table salt. My dad's doctor has straight up said, like, it's not the table salt you need to worry about. It's the salt in like the sodium that's in processed foods and stuff that you actually need to worry about.
Well, it's not like she would have let us have that either most of the time. But no, no.
Your mom was a crunchy mom?
We even like, okay, do you know what salad dressing there is in my mom's house? Just mixed balsamic, like just home mixed balsamic. That's it. There's no ranch. There's no Italian. It is the straight, like she makes that oil and vinegar together herself. That's it.
That's nice. I would need more dressings than that, but that's not a bad. I mean, like that's a good dressing.
No, it's not bad, but I'm just saying, like I didn't.
Bitch would
there's no
starve.
freedom.
Do all organic
choices.
Did she do all organic?
Not all organic. But yes, if she could buy organic, she would.
Have you ever heard the words clean 15?
I mean,
and the dirty dozen.
No.
Okay. She maybe she's not quite as deep as my mom was, but
well, and like
I feel bad for white kids sometimes.
Well, I did have a brown dad, so remember I got exposed to very good flavors.
I mean, like, I'll be honest, my mom knew how to cook. She didn't like she used different things. And she definitely let us use salt and pepper.
Well, and Miguel would cook.
I live in Tennessee.
Miguel would do it. It would just be like, is mom home? You know, like, and that's the thing. I had like Mexican food does not need a lot of salt or butter. Like,
no,
there's
doesn't.
a lot of natural flavoring to that. That's very good without those things. So that's fine.
This is a weird mom thing, less than it is specifically a white kid thing.
Okay, I was like,
no, you're always encouraged to try new things. No, I would say actually like
to talk though.
Like my mom was not the mom that would like cut the crust off for you or not let you like try anything. Like you had to sit there and fucking try whatever was put in front of your plate. Like I wasn't like that kind of situation. It was just like she was terrified. I would get calls first year university, be like, "Don't eat this food, you're gonna get cancer," like that kind of stuff, like paranoid.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, Mom, I'm not committed to a long life yet. I kind of hope it's not super long. So
that's so funny. Okay. Yeah. No. We just had the unfortunate misfortune of having parents that got down the wellness woo-woo rabbit hole.
No, she wouldn't. No. She's on a very restrictive diet for herself.
But they always out of necessity, or just because she thinks that this certain things have like GMOs and will kill you.
No, because she wanted to reverse the progress of her MS.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
See, and she probably got into some of that diet stuff for the same reason that my mom got into stuff for me. A lot of it is misinformation, but yeah. If she found a diet that works for her, I'm not going to knock it because I did some weird diet stuff that did help me too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and yeah, I just
But she definitely went down the same rabbit holes that my mom went down.
Yeah.
So, and there's some truth in that.
I mean, like cutting out sugar in a lot of ways has benefits, stuff like that. But I just don't care.
You gotta find what works for you. Food is is meant to be fun still.
Yeah, and it's like, don't you want to be the healthiest you can be? No, I don't. You know?
Yes, I do.
No, I don't want to be the healthiest I can be. I want to be healthy, but like,
yeah.
Do I want to be?
that's why I'm not on the GAPS diet anymore.
Yeah.
It's a diet that's specifically meant to heal leaky gut, and it had some weird autism bullcrap in there, but it was a diet that really helped my eczema.
No, but they thought it could cure autism.
It less that, it was more like, I mean, I don't know if it was bullcrap. It was more like, hey, this could help, like, because there are certain things that do exacerbate symptoms, and so some of the stuff that exacerbates eczema symptoms, and some of the stuff that will, like, I don't entirely know, but like sometimes like putting your kid on a gluten-free diet can help with behavioral issues, if that makes sense.
I think that's probably bullshit, mostly. Like, I think, like, if your kid gets inflamed by gluten, yeah, they're going to be uncomfortable.
Well,
like,
yes. Yeah.
I don't think, bread equals autistic meltdown. I think it's more like...
No, it does not, but it can, like, and I don't think, so I don't think it's specifically autism. I think that it is, like, my personal opinion, like, if that food is causing a sensitivity for a child, that's going to...
They can't vocalize it.
Yeah, they can't vocalize it. They can't talk through it, that kind of thing.
More often it's going to be, like, certain types of dyes will do it.
Yep.
Than being...
Yeah.
Like, gluten.
There are certain chemicals that, like...
You have that kind of, you know...
They'll throw your hormones off balance. And eczema is a hormonal, connected to your hormones.
But autism isn't. So, like...
Right.
But that's still... Hormones still affect your emotions.
Yeah. But, like, it's a genetic condition. So. You can do hormonal regulation all you want. And you're still autistic. It's genetic.
No, and it's... There. So, it's never like her book, at least, and it's still not the best, but it's not like we're trying to cure autism. It's just, here's a way you can help your kid. But basically, you have to make everything from scratch, and I did that for 8 months, and then I was done. I was like, okay, this has helped as much as it's going to help. I can't do this anymore. Maybe at some point when I'm on my own, I'll try it again, but I don't feel like I need to anymore. So,
what's more annoying, being autistic or having to make your food from scratch every day? Because
being autistic and having to make your food every day.
Oh yeah, the combo would suck for sure. But I'm gonna say I would prefer to hang out with autism any day of the week. I have to go bake my morning toast now. So I have to actually go get the wheat.
No. I had to, like, you're not allowed to have bread on that one. Like, they cut out most grains, most starches, anything that's sugar. Like, it was...
You wouldn't make your own bread from wheat from your backyard. I'm joking.
Some people make morning loaves every single day. You know what I'm saying?
We did make our own bread for a while because it was impossible to get bread that I could eat, but we bought the flour, the kernels, and ground them ourselves. My mom did. So, but yeah, for like eczema, it made sense for me to be on that diet for as long as I was, because it, like, eczema is, mine is linked majorly to my food. So, and to leaky gut.
I feel like a lot of times it is affected by your diet. Your skin is skin related thing can be affected by your diet.
Well, because what happens is intestinal inflammation translates to skin inflammation a lot of the time. And that's what's happening with, like, eczema. Possibly, I don't know about psoriasis, but I know with eczema, at least...
I don't think psoriasis is as much on diet because it is a autoimmune.
So is eczema.
Where they, like, basically...
No, it isn't.
What? Autism?
It's not an autoimmune.
No, that's definitely not an autoimmune.
Medication lowers my immune system's activity. My immune system is overactive.
Yeah, you have an overactive immune system, and it...
Right. That's basically psoriasis is where your immune system is attacking you.
Yeah.
Because it's bored. Like, this is basically it.
Me, if I was an immune system, hey.
Pretty much.
Meanwhile, eczema is your immune system throwing a fit.
Right.
Meanwhile, autism
So-
again is just your brain works cooler than other brains. And you don't need to stop eating bread. Unless it's a sensory no-no, in which case
Don't eat
fucking
bread.
You have a completely separate gluten sensitivity.
Exactly. But I don't know if I've ever heard of anyone that doesn't like the feel of bread.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
It's a pretty basic
Max is like, my immune system. Max was asking me some questions about psoriasis and what I use, and I was like, here's what I use. These are the things that would help. That like these are where our symptoms overlap.
fair.
So, but like also there are things that can work for both because there's got to be something at the root that's the same. Because the most
beer
beneficial treatment that I had was taking lysine as a supplement for a while, and they found that from a study where they're like, well, this worked on psoriasis, let's see what it does with your eczema.
Yeah.
So
I just
sometimes
I find it particularly outrageous, all the like different cures and tips and tricks for parents of autistic children.
No, they're dumb.
When it's like you just gotta stop playing with like essential oils and diets and stuff for all. Like it's not. You gotta
like,
find.
Yeah, some of that might help because it would help any kid to calm down.
Calm down.
It's not going to cure. There's no cure.
I feel like there's these parents with so much hope that their kid's gonna wake up normal if they keep, and it's like, no.
It's literally a daily thing of like having to remind people, hey, he doesn't like this, or he doesn't like this because of this, or like this is an ongoing thing. Is like my mom making my son French toast and him eating it, and I'm like, he doesn't like my French, like he doesn't eat French toast when I make it, and she's like, huh, that's so weird. And I'm like, yeah, he probably just likes the way that you make it. I don't know.
There's something about what she does is like, yeah.
I add cinnamon, she doesn't.
That's probably it.
The cinnamon's a strong fucking flavor. And if you're a kid with already super sensitive stuff, and your taste buds are already really sensitive.
But also, one time I did use it as a way to give him his medicine, and he catches on really fucking quick. Like he tastes it, and he's like, "No, you are trying to con me, mother."
Grandma does this because of love. You do it because of medicine. I vibe with that, Soren. I always struggled to take like cough medicine, and my mom thought it was so funny, and she'd be like, "Oh, it's my like reward for like all the times you guys annoy me is giving you guys cough medicine," because I would like gag. I'd be like so uncomfortable. I hate it. Like I'll still avoid it unless I'm really.
I mean, cough medicine is gross without neurodivergence in there or sensory issues added in.
And my mom thought it was the funniest shit on earth that I just like a full.
I miss when it was like you got the grape flavor, because at least the flavor was palatable, even if it did feel a little weird.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it's like a full body experience where I can feel it down to my toes when I take it. Like,
is it the taste or the consistency?
Oh, the taste for sure. But it like
taste and consistency.
I've had one ever, and I don't think we could find it again, but there was like a citrus flavored one.
Yum.
Yeah, like because of the fact that it was citrus, it went perfectly with like perfectly covered the cough syrup taste. We didn't find
love citrus flavors.
Do not, Max. You do not, in my presence, diss grape flavoring. Anyways,
the only time citrus is not good is when you have to take a glucose test.
Oh yeah, I've heard about those.
Fucking disgusting. worst shit I've ever fucking tasted in my life.
Orange is citrus.
You think to yourself, you're like, oh, this is not that bad. It, you shake it up, but once you start drinking, it's like drinking syrup. It's just
and it's
different when you're taking it once for cough medicine. It's an entirely different thing when you're trying to down like
drink
an
the whole
entire
thing.
8-ounce bottle.
Yeah, I've heard the fact that you have to drink all 8 ounces is the worst part. It's not. It's like the taste is okay. It's that you're having to do all of that.
And then you don't get to go to the bathroom for a while, and then they're like, oh, okay, we're going to take your blood now. I'm like, no, I want to be I don't want to do this.
This is a bad day. No thanks.
Please,
when it
please.
came back,
I'd be like,
like,
okay,
you're
yes,
not
please take my.
I was like,
Max, you wouldn't survive in Florida. I'm sorry.
Orange is the worst citrus.
When I have to take medicine like that, like cough medicine or whatever, that like is like disgusting, or that it's sensory overload, it makes my Tourette's act up really bad. Like, I'll just have like a severe tick right after I take it, and I'm just like, I'm so glad I'm by myself.
Involuntary twitching from my spinal cord outwards. Yeah.
No. Just start acting up, and I'm just like literally like vocal and motor just all at once. It's like
stressing out your nervous system.
If they want to fight a war against the neurodivergence, they need to hire Buckley's, the company, the cough medicine company. They'll win. That's it. That's it.
For real.
No, it's not the colonoscopy stuff. That's completely different. This is the glucose test that you have to take when you're pregnant, which is also very gross. And you don't have to drink nearly as much of it. Like, they give you a huge jug when you're doing a colonoscopy. It's like, so sorry.
Look at my dog, guys.
She's perfect.
She was such a shit last night. It's raining, but I love her so much.
When you were talking earlier, she was just like looking at you with such adoration.
It's so good. I love that. Puppy love is the best.
It is. She's just the best. Like, she's just, there's just no life outside Cassie. Like, it's just like, what baby?
That you gave birth to yourself.
That I gave birth to myself. I carried you for 2 months.
Okay. Well, is everybody ready to go rest?
Yes.
Have a nice, relaxed weekend. That's my plan. My plan is to chill here because I was gone literally like every day. Well, okay, not every day. 3 days in a row, and for church things, and so I just feel bad about the pups because I was so So I'm just like, I'm going to be here all day tomorrow, and I might have Kaiden at some point. So it's going to be a nice, fun day with puppies and a baby, maybe.
Nice.
Maybe babies, but definitely puppies.
I'm going to pack 2 little service dog babies into the car and find a cafe where I can rotate, moving them settle and hang out.
Excuse me. He's trying to sleep. He does not want to play with you.
That's a grown ass bark for a little dog,
right?
Cordo still doesn't know he can bark like that.
And she only ever barks sometimes when she's in her crate, but occasionally when she's trying to get Sam's attention. Those are the only time she barks. That's it. She's very good about that. The only thing that really gets me is when she's in her crate. That's the one where it bugs me. Because like Sam, I get it. You're trying to get him to play. I understand that you're trying. I understand that sometimes he'll react to you, but the reality is that you most of the time won't. And you're trying your best to get his attention. So I can understand that a little bit better than I can the crate thing. That I don't have patience for.
Roll the crate. Roll it. Seriously, next time she's carrying on the crate, just flip it over or pick it up and drop it.
I know.
I swear to God. It works.
She's gotten better, but she's still. And I think part of the issue too is that sometimes when Sam is getting impatient, he'll start barking when he's trapped in his little area in the kitchen. So then that
Roll the kitchen.
instigates it, you know. I would like to, you know, maybe that would, you know, get everything ready for renovating it. And then we could just go ahead and do it. If I had any of the supplies for it. We have the supplies for the other part of the house, not the kitchen. Still,
I hate barking so much. I don't mind if they bark once or twice, but like I hate carrying on.
Right, exactly.
The boofing. It's the boofing.
Like just over and over and over, or even whine. Like when I tell you to shut up, shut the fuck up. Like,
yeah, I've definitely lost my patience a couple times with her. I've just been like, oh my god, Lord,
like I would literally hear the what is it? I would hear the car, right, and then I'm like 3, 2, and then it just boofing, just boofing right up until she figured out, oh, this is not a threat. You're just a passing car.
Yeah, which I
Every
don't
time the mail would come,
and
I would
some
know.
breeds bark more.
Right. I don't mind that Sam would always like warn us that the ice maker was going off because that was really just funny. But of course, now he's too old to hear it, and then the fridge wasn't working.
You know what's really funny is
it wasn't making ice.
When you hit the table, right, and your dog runs to the door because
there was this one time.
You would do that.
There was this one time Brooklyn and Kayla were watching Big Bang Theory, and they paused it, and it went back to like this screensaver episode of the like where you select an episode, and it had this big image of Sheldon on it, and Teddy thought it was a real person who was in the house, just like a giant, huge person was in the house, and he got so mad. It was amazing. That was my favorite because, like, you know, him barking at the doorbell or knocking on the door on the TV was one thing, but like this giant person, like headshot of a person, you think that's real? Oh gosh, you child, you poor thing.
I don't really watch TV, but like I remember if I ever have like a dog show on the screen, they're like.
Did I that video of that little puppy watching the trial?
That sounds familiar.
It's like these little puppies watching the TV of an agility trial, and then he's like trying to do the things and like run around and be all parkour and jumping over the door framing and stuff. Really cute. It's adorable.
Like me when I watched the Olympics when I was a kid.
Right?
I saw the
like, oh, childhood memories of like thinking, you know, you're gonna go and do all the things, and then
I can't even do a cartwheel. Like that was never gonna happen.
I used to be able to do a cartwheel and like walk on my hands and stuff, and then I broke
one. I can't remember. I don't know if I still can.
I definitely can't. My elbow popped out the other day, or my shoulder popped out the other day, going like this. So. Yeah, no.
Jesus, Cal.
I could, if I wanted to go back to dancing and doing tumbling and stuff, I could. Because I did it until my senior year of high school since I was 3. So I could go back to doing it. And occasionally I do like a handstand or a one-handed cartwheel or something fun just to throw off my students. Because they're like, whoa, Miss Bree is so cool. And I'm just like, yeah, I am. But like,
she can do a cartwheel. She's whoo. We'll never have another one like her.
I can't do a handstand either. I don't trust my body enough. I just know it would fail me.
You know, honestly, valid. Because I think that about my body a lot. Like you just
see, well, also like it's partial just like survival instincts because like I had brothers, so like I just know that if I would have tried something like that, they would have just tripped me up and like tried to kill me.
You cannot have a bed to lay on if you're gonna eat it.
Soren is the gymnast in the family. He jumps off shit. He has no fucking fear whatsoever.
Hell yeah.
He's like, we doing a stupid thing? Fling.
Good.
No fear.
Right, well, I'm she's looking at me and she's saying, "Come put your head on the mommy."
It's time to settle down and get cozy. Snuggles with me, ma'am.
You are the one with the power, Brie.
It's true,
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah, you have to end it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
This was
I
great.
kind of forgot that it was my job. Okay, thank you guys for hanging out with us. We hope you are having a great time with the battle. More events are coming. I'm excited about the ideas that for some reason I've been coming up with. And the idea.
And make sure you're reading diversely.
Yeah, absolutely. That is an excellent
I
point.
started this like last
Mhm.
week sometime.
Yeah, that is so pretty.
Oh, cool.
So pretty. I have not seen it with the dust bucket off.
Yeah, I haven't either.
It's
That's
very
so
pretty.
Nice.
That's exciting. I can't wait to hear that.
It is very. So far, I'm like, yeah.
Awesome.
What's just squeaking?
Does anybody have anything they would like to plug?
My phone.
TBR is up.
Ooh. Yes. Okay. Well, goodbye, everybody. See y'all later.